Lower Mainland, born and raised. Two loving parents. I have two beautiful sisters. Went to Catholic school growing up, raised Catholic. Somewhere along in my teenage years, kind of lost any, connection with God or any faith that I might have once had. I was fairly agnostic, I guess you could say. I dealt with many addictions, right, with certain addictions, and that led me down a very dark path for years. One time I remember specifically, I'll never forget it. It's in a very, very dark place, and I was praying for days, and I didn't know what to do. Nothing seemed to be helping, and I was very close to doing something very bad, and again I was like, I kept praying, and someone asked me for help, and my first reaction was, no, I've got too much going on, and I got my own stuff to deal with, and I don't know how long later, but something just clicked in my head, telling me I need to help this person, and so I went up to him, and so I did, and we sat down, and during that, I guess I felt something I never felt before. I guess that really planted the seed for me. Very, very, very long process. Years and years of searching. It left me yearning for more, I guess, right? Both intellectually and, in my heart. And it was my girlfriend at the time. She started going to a church with a friend of hers. She invited me to come. At first I wanted, nothing to do with it. Eventually I thought, okay, maybe I'll go to church and maybe there's rules, guidelines, stuff like that. I can hear something. And it was just my whole life. It was just so focused on what do I want. It was just serving my own desires. But I still had this searching always for the truth, and I started, for whatever reason, I don't even remember why. I started, opening up the Bible and started reading scripture, and again, during this whole time, I'm praying a lot. I'm praying please show me the truth. I guess it wasn't until I fully accepted Jesus Christ in my heart, learning about him and the sacrifice that he made for us and what that means for us, and finally starting to understand it in my heart, and to believe it in my heart. That's when things started to change for me. Why do I want to get baptized? There's many reasons, but I think the biggest one is to show a full commitment to Christ, that Christ is Lord, and I'm going to do my very best to follow him, and for a long time I sat on the fence. I believe now that the biggest change is that I am serving something higher than me. Before, my whole life, it was just me. How do I serve my own desires, my own wants? And now it's not about that. I feel like I'm not the most important thing anymore, right? It's about Christ. And how can I do God's will, and how can I serve the Lord in everything that I do?